what I want to ask you is, will we ever see, Red Barrel? Will we ever see like your games end up on the Xbox One in the future, or is there a deal in place with Sony where they want to try to keep you guys exclusive or maybe buy you guys out?
Well, we are not really. It was not in our plan to be exclusive in some way. I think, like for sure, if some player don't wanna buy a PS4, we don't see any. We don't have any reason to not put that game on Xbox One. It's just that right now we are discussing with those guys, like with Microsoft, to see like how it can be done. It's something in progress, but for sure right now we're like working on the DLC and trying to make sure that like everything is setting like the whole setup for the DLC is working.
Are you there?
Microsoft.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, cut out for a second and stuff. So my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, cut out for a second.
It's okay.
All right, cool. So now my next question is this, and this right here, I would like for you to answer this question as a developer and as a regular consumer of games. But what does next generation mean to you? And what I mean by that is, when you go out and you buy a PlayStation 1 and you've used it for many years, and then the PS2 come out, there's something new that you expect with the PS2. There's a reason why you're spending money on the PS2 over the PS1. Then the same thing with the PS3 and now the PS4, stuff like that. So what does next generation mean to you as a developer? And what does it mean to you as a consumer? What do you look for in a next generation experience that you couldn't get with the previous generation?
Yo, man, that's a pretty tough question there. And one of the one that I hate answering. As a consumer, I mean, just looking for, it's, for me, what I like when we switch console is that like most companies are trying new IPs and they are trying to really focus on the new console in different ways. So as a consumer, I'm like, okay, what are going to be the big new IP, and then how they're gonna like differentiate themselves from the other company. As a developer, I think it's tough for me to really say that like we're gonna focus on like putting so much more gore or blood. Like I know there's so many like tiny detail there. Maybe the controller, we're thinking about like maybe like playing with that, like see how we can exploit that. There's a different like feature with the touchpad. Not the touch screen, but touchpad. So it's definitely something that we're gonna have to think in the future. It's really, I guess for us, it's different. It's mostly like how we can like be original and how to see what that console can be exploited. Because it's not like we have like 200 per person and like 50 programmers that like just try to exploit every little part of the PS4. Yeah. We are mostly like focusing on what our strengths are and adding more and more of the on the experience and the feeling and the atmosphere of our games.
All right,
that is the thing.
Okay, now I have a very important question for you, and it may be a little tough to answer, but they call me HipHopGamer for a reason. I give the tough questions. So now, me personally, I love Resident Evil and I love Silent Hill. I felt like when it came to survival horror back in the day, they were the top two games that you go to back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And what advice would you give to Capcom and Konami when it comes to bringing back the scare factor to their games? Because a lot of fans was like, yo, Resident Evil ain't what it used to be, or Silent Hill ain't what it used to be. It doesn't scare them like it used to or whatever. But your game comes out and you have a lesser budget, lesser people, but you made one of the most unique the best, scariest game I've ever experienced in my life, man. I'm 31 years old. In my entire life, I've never played a game this scary. Okay? So what I'm trying to tell you, dog, what advice will you give Capcom and Konami and be like, hey, look, we the champions now. This is my advice to y'all. Because I feel like the roles reverse. What would you say to them?
I would say that, man, I'm flattered. It's too much at the same time. When I was young, I was like, I wish I could work for those guys at Capcom, and if I could do work for Konami and doing those games. So for me saying, guys, you should do that and that, it's like it's too much. But just for the purpose of the thing, I would say that it's not about the quantity, but it's more about the quality. Right. I think in Silent Hill and Resident Evil, they decide to go for a lot, like more zombies, more this and that, and more creature, more special effect, more. Yeah, but sometimes you just need a freaking empty room in the dark with just one, like, weird creature with a weird sound without a weapon. You don't need one freaking huge bazooka and 100 zombies. Wow. It's like sometimes less is
more. Sometimes less is more. Oh my God, yo, I love you, son. This is crazy, D. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This is an ill interview, man. This is crazy. Oh my God, because it's like, see, here's my thing. When I talk to developers, I do my best to, talk to them like, yeah, this is an interview, but you my homie, man. I sit at home, I play your games. Your game, that's like your baby. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm enjoying it. So I feel like I'm family. So when I talk to you like you're a family member, man. You know what I'm saying? I really care. I really do. Like, I really care about your work. I care about what you guys go through. I understand it's not easy. And dude, man, you guys blew me away. My little nephew, Trayvon, shout out to Trayvon, my little nephew. He was holding himself because he was so scared. You don't understand. He's 16 years old and he wrestles and he was scared, man. For real, I'm telling you. So, I really feel you broke down barriers, and I feel that you guys became trendsetters. You know what I'm saying, in the field of survival horror, and there's gonna be a lot of people that try to follow your lead. Now, there's another game coming up, and that's called The Evil Within, and that game looks to be really good too. But a lot of people, it's like every game that they look at, they automatically compare it to Outlast. Dying Light is coming out. That looks amazing, but everybody's like, it better be scary like Outlast. Like, so it's you guys are at the top right now. You know what I'm saying? So what type of pressure are you guys under to, like, kind of, because when you get to a certain level, you also got to kind of like reinvent yourself and really dig deep into your brain and, re-release your passion in a new way. So what type of pressure do you feel you guys is under when it comes to the next game that you guys make, considering how well received this one was?
Well, I guess the pressure doesn't come from the outside. It comes from ourselves. We are passionate guys. We don't accept to do just half of what we know that we can we do. So I think it's all about stay focused here. There's no, if we start being afraid or looking at what they're doing and try to compare ourselves and see how we're gonna beat that in this, we're just gonna fall into the same trap as the other big AAA studio that tried to beat the other guys. And here, as the independent company, we're just gonna go back into our paper and go drink some beer and think about freaking ideas and see what hasn't been explored and do our best releasing another great game. We're not gonna try to fight, and for sure I think we're gonna learn from everything, because that game we learned from all the previous game as well, from the other. It's all about learning from and being open to everything. So we're gonna be open from all those for those games, and it's good that we got more and more, and people are paying more attention to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're just gonna stay focused and try to do our best, because that was the recipe for Outlast. We didn't we didn't think about we have to beat this and that. We try to do the best game possible with passion.
Yeah.
So that we're gonna just keep doing that over and over, and try to learn from people as well.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, man, I would love to come to Canada, go to your studio, and just sit in on a session. I'll sign an NDA. I won't say shit. I'm from the hood. I'm from Brooklyn. I ain't no snitch. I'm telling you right now, I would love to sit in on a game development session with you guys and just be a part of the experience. Because it'll be an honor for me to be able to do that, man, or at least do a profile on you and your company and go out there to Canada and do it, because I mean, I don't think you guys really understand how much of an impact you guys have brought to the game industry, man. You guys definitely woke up a genre, man. You woke up a sleeping giant, man. I love you guys for that, man. Seriously. Now, my next question. Now, this right here, I get scared just thinking about it. So I'm going to get scared asking it too. But, I'm real cool with my friends over at the Oculus VR, with the Oculus Rift. I use the Oculus so many times. I think it's an incredible device. It's going to do great. It's going to do big numbers. It's amazing. But also there was a rumor that Sony has their VR headset that they're about to reveal at GDC, and people that I spoke with behind the scenes, they said it's ready, it's confirmed, and you will see it. So my thing is this. You guys already work with PlayStation 4. Your game is on there. What would a VR headset do if you guys really do Outlast 2, but you actually utilize a virtual reality headset? From a game development standpoint, how would you raise the bar for a scare factor if people played with a VR headset on their head? And also, do you also know that to be true that Sony is making one?
Well, if Sony's making one, I guess for sure we're gonna try to exploit the thing. The Oculus Rift, one of the guy came at our studio and show it to us. And some people got a little bit busy after that, because it was one of the early prototype.
Yeah.
But we definitely felt that there was something good about it. It's just that it was too late to implement it for Outlast. Because right now, if you play Outlast and with all those movement and all the athletic abilities and running, and you could almost throw up by playing the game. Yeah. So it would be some kind of it would be a big adaptation if we really want to make a project specifically for the Oculus Rift, or I don't know what the thing could be called from Sony, but it would be really about thinking about who are the guys that are gonna buy that thing, because if those guys are a hardcore gamer and they don't care about bring me more, or if it's more for anybody that likes to have that feeling, then we'll have to adapt the game for that. So it means that maybe not going too fast, or maybe not having to mostly more atmospheric than really action oriented. So, and really go maybe much more slower in terms of pacing, because otherwise people are not gonna be able to really enjoy the thing and be scared. They're gonna be mostly oh, it's too much. So that's. But yeah, I'm really excited about what's gonna happen with that. It's definitely something that we're gonna looking at. It just requires time and adaptation, and also try to understand the audience that are gonna use that. That is mostly the big impact. With those things.
All right, now that Outlast has been released, people got a chance to play it. You know, your company is getting a whole lot of press, and a lot more recognition now, well-deserved recognition, I must say. What are your goals for Red Barrel as a company, as a studio, the growth? You know what I'm saying? What are your goals right now? Like, what's something that you feel would be like the next step for your company since Outlast has been released and people love it so much?
I think the reason and the objective, I would say, remains the same. It's mostly about having fun and being like free about like our decision, because we were all in the industry for, like, the two co-founder were in the industry for like more than 10 years.
Wow.
So we knew like the whole, like, the cycle of how like the big machine works.
Yeah.
And I respect that, and it's good. But at some point, you just want to like go and prove yourself and be free and take risk about like your own decision. So yeah, it's dangerous in some point, but at the same time, like having the freedom to deliver what you want and be a player it's just awesome. Like I could tell you that personally, I didn't do it for the money. It was mostly because for every company, most of the time it's never on the first year that you really do money. It's mostly about like 5 years. 5 years later, like money gets in. It was mostly about like I had to move to that level, because I wasn't like I wasn't happy anymore in big studio. So like, yeah, really be free and then stay small, stay focused, trying to be competitive with the big one by exploring something that we couldn't do it before, because like big studios, like at some point they have a X amount of money and they cannot like let everybody like go on their own, and
Wow.
And it's okay. I respect that as well. So on our side, we're like, okay, we didn't do that. Like, what about this idea and this? And can we? And it's pretty interesting. And we can change our ideas and direction pretty fast. Like
Wow.
in 1 week, can go somewhere, and then the other week, we decide to go and change something like on just right on the spot.
Wow.
So we just keep the team focused, like small, and try to raise the bar and
Wow.
be passionate about what we're doing.
Yo, man, for my last question, first of all, I just want to say, you know, I said it before and I say it again, but you know, I love you guys, man, and I'm learning so much from you guys, because just as well as you guys got a platform and you doing your thing and you passionate, I'm passionate too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got in the game industry specifically to bring the love back to the industry, because I felt like it got too businessy and too corporate, and people like started forgetting about why they got into the industry in the first place. It's to talk about games, support one another, and you know, yeah, you could be critical, you could criticize some things, but at the same time show that you're on their side as well. You know, we all in this together, we all make up the industry, but a lot of times things get divided and then money gets involved and then problems come. So one of my reasons why I wanted to come into the industry is to show people that, yo, you know, there's a different way it can be done. Is a better way it could be done, and if you work together, you'd be surprised at how much more you can get done when you work together and bring that love back. You know what I'm saying? So that was my goal, and I just wanted to be different. And you know, and also coming from where I come from, there's nobody in the industry that has really been accepted in the industry coming from where I come from. So I had the opportunity to break down a lot of barriers, especially being black in the game industry as a journalist. So it's just been it's been hard, but just hearing you talk about your importance of sometimes staying small, being focused and showing your passion and doing things the way you want to do them. It's like, that's what it's about. That's what gaming is. That's what it's about. And you guys got that down pack, and I love you guys for that. And I know the fans love you guys for that too, that's going to be watching this video. This is epic right here. Now, for my last question, man, what system impresses you more right now? PlayStation 4 or Xbox One? Do you, if you have both of them, that's cool. But which system impresses you more or is taking up more of your time, and why?
I didn't buy an Xbox One yet, because I said yet because it's all about money. It's just that we received some PS4 from Sony when we decided to move on their platform.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, so that's the first thing I got. I think from what I learned, I guess the PS4 won a bunch of battles.
Yeah.
But Microsoft is trying to fight back, which I respect. And
Yeah.
I guess as a consumer and a developer, I'll get an Xbox One and try to see how we can exploit that platform as well. For now, because I've got a PS4 at home, I would say it's the PS4.
Yeah, I understand.
But I'll if we talk next year, I might say something else.
Got you. Yeah, I respect that.
All right.
Cool. I respect that. All right, man. But look, this is my man David. I just want to say thank you so much for your time. One love and God bless. If you guys haven't played Outlast, make sure you go out there and download Outlast. It's $20, right?
Yes.
All right, $20 for the scariest game that you will ever play. It's better than Resident Evil. It's better than Silent Hill. It will blow you away. I cannot believe it myself. It's truly incredible. These guys got heart. These guys got passion. These guys are truly the greatest representations of what we have in the game industry today as consumers and developers and people that love our culture. All right. So is there anything you want to say to the fans or any shout outs you want to make? Anything you want to mention?
Well, I would say thanks to all of you guys. I think without all of you, we wouldn't trying to do a DLC right now, and so that's what we're doing, working on a DLC, to really make sure that you guys are gonna enjoy it and be scared again.
Oh, I can't wait.
So no, thanks to you all. It's just great. Seriously,
all right.
I couldn't believe myself before, working in a small industry was just amazing.
Wow. Yo, so thank you so much, man. All right, that's it. That's the time. That's the interview right there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you follow HipHopGamer on Twitter. It's HipHopGamer. Follow me on Instagram. That's HipHopGamer. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/HipHopGamer. Go to the website, hiphopgamer.com. Check me out on hot97.com. And make sure you go get that Outlast on PlayStation.com. Well, on the PlayStation 4. Make sure you go get Outlast. Download it right now. You will love it. All right. God bless. Peace.